So a couple years ago, I was invited to sit on a panel for a large liquor conglomerate, and they had a program for up and coming leaders around innovation, and it was one of these leadership training things. And so they brought in a bunch of folks from the startup world to talk through innovation methodologies. And so I reviewed behavioral science and how it would work. And one of the people asked, and I think fairly, well, how do we do pilots in our industry? Because, there's a lot of regulation here. And, it's really expensive and hard to do even the MVP of creating a new beer and creating a whole new brand and bottling and all those other kinds of things. And so I asked them what project they were working on, and they said, well, my proposal is around creating a new beer brand targeted at Mexican Americans. And I said, all right, you don't actually have to make a new beer unless your promoting pressure is that, it tastes different, unless the idea is that the only way to capture Mexican American market share is to actually make a different tasting beer. Presumably it's not. Presumably there's brand and other things at play. Presumably you have other ideas for interventions. So, you get some bottles of whatever, and, you take them home, soak off the labels, take a inkjet printer, print out some new labels, right? And then, set up a stand outside your local grocery store and give people samples and introduce the brand that way. That is a cheap, easy thing that you can do that can give you some initial validation that you have even the slightest spark of a thing there. Now, is it a good formalized test on the back of which you could go launch, $100 million worth of spend to create a new brand? Absolutely not. I'm not saying go from card table outside of a grocery store to $10 million worth of spend. But is it a little bit of evidence? Is a little bit of evidence to tell you, hey, should I take that next step? Absolutely. That's the kind of pilot that we want. We want enough evidence to say, hey, I should go to that next level of fidelity.